Thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Hudson. The nation is seeing an increase in anti-Semitic attacks, especially since October 7th, when Hamas terrorists invaded southern Israel, killing more than 1,300 people. 10 on your side's Ashley Knight explores the definition of anti-Semitism and how it is now being recognized in Virginia legislation.
Yes, I talked with folks in the Jewish community, and they say anti-Semitism, it can be a widely misunderstood concept, and through means of their own, they've set out to better educate the public in hopes of decreasing the number of hate crimes.
Unfortunately, anti-Semitism is not new.
This morning at George Washington University, horrible things on walls in Northern Virginia in high schools, swastikas, hear about them every day.
Tensions overseas has only made it worse nationwide. Rabbi Diana Fursko is a New York-based author who recently visited Virginia Beach to talk with the Jewish community. And as she addresses her congregation from the podium, she noticed something that she couldn't ignore.
The more I spoke about it, the more congregants, friends, family members started speaking to me about anti-Semitism.
That led to her writing, We Need to Talk About Anti-Semitism. It's an overview on the hate crime in its modern form. She says it's important to know what it looks like because it can be so difficult to understand.
It can change, it's sort of slippery and amorphous. It's not logical. They're not always reported, but second of all, when they are reported, they're not always understood properly in the context of what's happening.
In May of this year, Virginia passed legislation containing the definition of anti-Semitism as adopted by the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance, or IRA. This clear-cut definition now acts as a reference for law enforcement that they didn't have before. David Brand is chairman of the Attorney General's Task Force on Combating Anti-Semitism and was instrumental in drafting the definition for legislation.
Of saying this is what anti-Semitism looks like, this is how we define it, and this is how we will, as a state of Virginia, understand what our responsibilities are when it appears and how we deal with it.
According to the FBI, anti-Semitic hate crimes rose 25% from 2021 to 2022. The Anti-Defamation League says incidents in the U.S. rose about 400% since October 7th. But Brand says so many incidents go unreported.
And Brand says we've been fortunate here in the Tidewater community in that we've seen very few attacks, and he attributes that to great corroboration with law enforcement and people in general in the community understanding the issue. Now, for a look at the IRA definition and how to report these hate crimes, head to wavy.com. Ashley Knight, 10 on your side.